Hey everyone, welcome back. Not feeling the greatest, not gonna lie to you here. It's not the Bud Light, but I just have a really bad cold. So I'm gonna keep this one short, but I still wanted to talk about this episode, so let's just get right into it. So coming into this week, we had the whole Team Maddie, Team Cassie Super Bowl matchup. We were pumped. We were ready for this. And did we get it? No, not really. Because what we did get is the perspectives of Cassie and Maddie, the individual stuff going on in their own lives. So we get a little bit with Maddie, with her babysitting venture and her talking to the mother of the person she's babysitting, which was actually a really fun encounter. Granted, a little weird to have the mother of the kid you're babysitting drinking with you in a pool. For a second, I thought she was going to pull a Cal Jacobs, but luckily she didn't go there. And I really like the scene because it kind of showed Maddie that even though toxicity has kind of followed her throughout her dating life, especially with Nate Jacobs, it's not necessarily destiny. So she can definitely end up with someone and not have it be the most toxic relationship ever. It was also kind of funny to see Maddie compare how she feels about Cassie to how she feels about the parents of a kid who shoots up a school. A very Maddie analogy to make. And then there's the Cassie side where it's a lot of Cassie in denial of her actions and being like, oh, well, I wasn't that bad. I was fine. Yeah, no. Her mom was not buying that. Lexi was not buying that. She definitely has a little accountability to take. So a lot of scenes with that. And we also get a scene between Nate Jacobs and his mother where she's kind of questioning what went wrong with him growing up and how he used to be really sweet, and then all of a sudden around the age of 9 or so he just became dark. And I'm assuming it's because he saw the child pornography, well, in one case, but he saw the tapes that his dad would film without people's consent, which is a really fucked up concept. But it makes sense because if you see something like that when you're really young, it might mess you up. I remember back in middle school, someone told me to go on meatspin.com. If you know, you know. So that scene was weird, and mainly because the mom was very intoxicated and saying things that you would not say to your kid, like kind of joking about the fact that he basically assaulted Maddie, which is a really messed up concept. I don't know. It was a weird scene, but things only get weirder and darker as they go along in this episode. Because we basically see how Nate is resolving everything. So first he goes to Maddie's place, and this very sadistic, creepy ass scene where he has this gun and he's like pointing it to his head in front of Maddie, like basically threatening to kill himself if she doesn't hand over the DVD of his dad and Jules. Really psychotic, really f***ed up. Yeah, it was tense. So that's basically how he gets the DVD, and then immediately he gives it to Jules, which was also a very strange encounter, not psychotic, but really odd. He's coming out very apologetic, regretful of his actions, even though literally 5 minutes ago in the episode, you put a gun to your head and threatened to kill yourself in front of your ex, which is not a very classy thing to do. So in concept, it's a pretty odd scene, but I can understand the purpose. I like the scene because it kind of went into the damaged relationship between Jules and Nate and the person who she thought Nate to be, because everything he was telling her as that person was basically Nate. But just because the fact that he's an abusive, psychotic asshole, it really just ruins anything he established. But then as far as the whole Nate thing goes, it ends up with Nate inviting Cassie to stay at his house and just pack her bags, let's go. And look, I understand Cassie is a very problematic, damaged character in this season, but she's going to hold an entirely new low here, and it's so sad. I don't know. Cassie is just so problematic in this season, and it sucks to see the writers be so mean-spirited toward her because they're making her so weak. And I have no problem with damaged characters. I love everything they do with Rue in this show. But the choices they have this character make in the series, man, I don't know. I'm just gonna leave it there. I'm gonna see how that ends up in the last 2 episodes, but for now, oh my god. There was also some other stuff going on here. We had the whole Kat and Ethan scene, which the only time we actually get more than 2 lines in a row from Ethan is when he's being broken up with. From the perspective of Ethan, I thought it was a great scene because it made him seem really strong and powerful and like a great person. Like, Ethan is a badass, all right? But Kat just comes off so unlikable and so and I get it because it's not easy to break up with someone and you will try to make up excuses like, oh, well, this, and this. But in reality, like, you're just scared of breaking the person, essentially. I was expecting a little more from the Kat and Ethan stuff, but we only got 1 scene. It was about 5 minutes tops, and that's it. So the whole Kat and Ethan being sidelined this season, it's real. But even though there are some aspects I'm not as crazy about in this episode as far as the plot goes, Lexi and Fezco, goals. I don't think I've enjoyed any moment of this season as much as Fez and Lexi just bonding over Stand By Me and singing the freaking song. I love it. I am so excited to see what they do with the whole Lexi musical going on. I think it'll be really fun. And I just want to see this relationship between Fez and Lexi really blossom. Is that the right word? I think so. But it's looking like it might come to a halt because we got the whole scene with Faye, and now it seems like Fez and Ashtray are being ratted out. And there might be some really problematic stuff happening there. So I just feel so bad. I just feel so bad for Lexi because she finally meets someone who is actually really into her, that has an amazing relationship. They just bond so well, and he might just be stripped away. I don't know. It's tragic. It sucks, but that's Euphoria. It's here to break you, folks. And then opening and closing the episode is the Rue stuff. And I really liked the metaphor they had for the Jolly Rancher that Rue's trying to unwrap. It was almost a metaphor for her grief and guilt over how she treated Ali. And then when she finally overcame that and apologized and he forgave her, then she was able to open it. I really loved that. And then the end of the episode is just freaking tragic. I mean, when Rue's mom's on the phone trying to get her into rehab, but it seems like they're like, yeah, she's been in here a few times already. Not gonna happen. That's unfortunate. But I will say the end of this episode really leaves a lot of the characters in crappy spots. I mean, the future for Rue's not looking the best. I don't know what the hell Nate and Cassie are doing. Kat and Ethan are just dunsies. And then Maddie is like doing well, no, never mind. After that traumatic experience, no. The only character I'm optimistic about is Lexi, but there's a good chance that doesn't even last. And Fez is sent to prison or killed. God, that would be horrible. So I'm scared, but very much looking forward to how this season wraps up. There are only 2 episodes left and there's a lot to do. But I feel like Sam is up to the task. I'm excited to see what he does. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about it. What did you think about this episode? Did you like it? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Like, God forbid. Oh, just let me know what you thought about it in the comments. I'd love to hear it. Let's have a conversation. And yeah, have a good week. I need to go to bed. I'm going to edit this and go to bed. Yeah. Oh, we'll see you then. See you.
Game time.